I never met Brother Harris until, we came to Baton Rouge, but just from that one opportunity, I know him on a much, much deeper level now, just from him telling me his lifetime story and militants. My Uncle Mike, just uh, hosting the call at the church. That was a really, really good call. It was managed really, really well. And I see that, on a daily basis, seeing his God body on a daily basis. But I see it on another level because I told Unc, I remember when I was a young boy in the nation and we used to go to the churches. Like I have a vivid memory of like going to the church and seeing my uncle preach at the church, being a young man and being a young FOI. Um, so yeah, man, just being able to see all the brothers on a God body level, it was magnificent, man. And I learned so much. I learned so much that, I honestly need to jot down some notes and take some notes just about everything, just seeing the difference in how everybody was moving and just all the knowledge I got. It was a really great trip. For it to be just a couple of days, I can't recall any trip where I went on where it was just 72 hours where I was able to learn that much. So I'm honestly grateful. Because I'm just a young man in my life right now figuring things out, and I was able to learn a lot on how I can build my life up. So it was just a great opportunity overall, for real, for
Yes,
me.
sir. All praises be, bro. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Brother
Can
Harrison,
let me say something real quick, right?
definitely want to hear from you, Brother Harrison. Brother Harrison was dropping so many jewels. Oh my God. I mean, the hot black coffee discussion Brother Lewis hosted at that, man, that thing was one of the most lit moments, bro. We had I don't know how to explain this to people who are listening, and I get a little happy when I think about it, these moments. But we had one lit moment after another. We had one, I'm just talking about one powerful moment, and to sit in the assembly of highly intelligent brothers sharing wisdom, and we didn't argue, we didn't quarrel, wasn't no ego tripping. Brothers were in a space where they
Could
could
I?
just share. And to me, that's why we kind of came at this with that number 13 and the God within, because that to me was the key of what we were doing consciously, acknowledging the greatness of what was in each and every brother. Boy, this is what the enemy is afraid of.
Could
And I
I?
go ahead, brother. I know you want to say something, then want to get to Harrison.
I wanted to just interject quickly. See, part of the confusion is the dysfunctionality of our community. If you're not building with one another, you're battling with one another. And every one of the brothers who came from nephew was over there working on Ballards. Do you hear me? He jumped right in the mix and started working on the Ballards, working and doing things. The idleness of our community, not doing anything and not having people constantly overlooking these little black boys. This is the problem. See, we don't overlook no little black boys. In fact, we need about 50 of them, Brother Michael.
Yes, sir.
Do what I'm planning to do in Baton Rouge.
That's right. Likewise.
So I said, who is the A team? Well, they've been with me since they were little bitty boys. I take them 7. As soon as they get out of diapers, basically. Don't ever think or underestimate the comprehension level of a little black boy. Don't do that. That's a fight, error, or mistake. They understand. Yep. Messiah, the little boy that came up and said he's Messiah, more than likely he's gonna be with us the entire summer. Okay. Yeah. And it ain't about just doing concrete work or infrastructure work. And there are people who want to recruit A team members so that they can come over and be part of their workforce. It's not that they can't work other places, but we are, as Brother Rockman told us, Brother John, we are on a mission
That's right.
to make our community a safe and decent place to live. So we eat together. I got home yesterday. Someone was bunkered down. They bunkered down at my home, our home.
Yeah.
See, the way our hearts are, we have to broaden and make room in the assemblies of our heart for these young people.
That's right.
And not talk at them or about them, but take them up under our wing, Brother John. You know what we're talking,
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Michael, you know.
Yes, sir.
Every one of us should have some little boys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And they
Yes,
get
sir.
paid,
Yes.
but they eat a lot of food. So if you don't have a card, you ain't gonna be able to feed the A team.
Bro, Lewis, you fat as well. You know, you told me to go back for seconds. I looked at you like, really? You know, I was at almost
Yes, sir. I can barely hear you, brother Mike.
brother. I got full.
So, you know, if you the way little black boys learn, and nephew said it best, seeing, they have to see it. And once they see it, they can't unsee it.
That's right.
You make construction and building things almost like a sport. And you repetitiously train them like you are an NFL coach. You know how many young black boys I've seen? Most of the good black operators in Baton Rouge, you know who trained them, huh?
Mm.
Brother Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Humbly saying that. It's true.
Say it. Yeah.
All right. I didn't do it with y'all this time, but the next time you come on, I might put nephew on a track or a dozer.
Yes, sir. You threw me on there.
Show you how you do it. And what you do every time they do it, these young people get better and better and better. Okay? Yes. We have to have a purpose. The minister's given us a purpose. Make your own community a safe and decent place to live, work and play. I added that part, work and play. But the thing of it, the truth of the matter is, if you give black boys a purpose and a function, they don't just go around shooting and fighting each other.
Yes.
But you should teach them how to fight.
That's
Did you
right.
hear what I just said?
That's right, brother.
All of them should be learning martial arts and how to fight. You
That's
hear
right.
me, Brother Jay?
Yes.
All right. You don't train young people and teach them how to build stuff and don't teach them how to fight.
That's
the A-team worked out today.
That's right.
And this is they have to work out. They got to work out. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
sir.
all of us, the
Gotta
elders, and if you're over 50, you're kind of like a young elder, okay?
Yes.
You have to stay in fight shape. Now,
Yes.
when that young brother, I call him young brother Jay, but he's a God.
Yes.
He always had a book or something to tell you to read or look at. That's staying in shape.
Yes.
These young people have to read.
That's right.
I have conversations about reading. And did you listen at the church what Brother Jay was saying and how they talked to Brother Jay? They were listening to Brother Jay.
Yes.
I was listening to Brother Jay.
Beautiful moment.
Right.
Beautiful moment.
And you can't be so stuck in your old antiquated ways
Yes.
that when you see somebody young who has something to offer, you're so intimidated by it until you don't give them an opportunity. So I told Jay, this is a funny little joke between you and Jay. I said, I know nothing about technology.
Yes. Yes.
He told me I don't have to.
That's right.
Know
That's
nothing about dirt. And so we're integrating dirt and technology so we can build a new and better world. And it's something beautiful, Brother Mike.
Yes.
Now, at a certain point, we may have to move in closer proximity to one another. I keep saying that for a reason. Because no matter how much money you have, Brother Jay, your money can't buy you trust. And this is why we must be brothers first.
Yes.
Not second.
That's right.
First.
That's right.
Don't you let nobody trick you into believing that your money can buy you trust and brotherhood.
No.
That has to be the heart and the core of what we circumvent around love for the brotherhood. Eating dinner together regularly. See, me and the A-team, we eat dinner together more than once a week. All of us.
Yes.
Sister Stephanie and her mama and Mr. V, we eat dinner together.
Yes.
And we're not talking about money. See, dinners, think about what the minister has done in his example. I'm going to stop in a second, Brother Mike.
Yes, sir.
Think
Go
about
ahead.
what think about what Minister Farrakhan taught us about the dinner table. Think about the intelligence that came out of the hot black coffee party think tank meet. People didn't know Harrison was going to say what he said. People didn't know Michael was going to say what he said, or Jay, or John, or nephew, or even Jeremiah.
Yes.
But right now, I'm sitting right here, and Kadeem is sitting right here.
Yes.
He's a dummy.
That's right.
Bayat and J Mark, they all in here listening. Yes. These young people are listening to us.
That's right.
We have to build something for them, beloved.
Yes.
I'll stop there.
Brother Lewis, you know, I'm telling you, brothers, you know, one of the old ministers that, you know, trained me, he told me one time, he said, guard against elation, you know, and in moments I'm listening and I'm just literally bubbling with joy internally. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you're a soldier, like I have an expectation for success. So it's not success that's causing me to bubble, but it's all of these ingredients that I'm hearing that's starting to come together, and this level of maturity that I'm seeing and hearing in my brothers. I guess we said in the church, I'm of the mind that I know now. I'm beyond believing. I'm at, I know we can win. We will win. I'm going to say can. I'm changing the language. We will win. You see, and that's the mind that we have to adopt at all cost, even at the sacrifice of ourselves. I felt no brother with a need to compete with another brother in that ingredient, in that environment that we had. That's why I opened with this thought, and it was a lot more, but I said I want to tailor the opening so we could really get into the discussion more today. But for us to learn how to promote our brother, I'm not being fake. I'm not kissing backside by lifting up Brother Lewis or Brother Jay. I'm not being phony. I'm not trying to pacify. I am truly acknowledging what Allah blessed me to see, and I intend and am intentional about promoting what I see in my brother. That's my duty. See, the reason why disease develops amongst us as brothers is because we don't know how to do that. And so because you don't know how to do that, you start to make comparisons and you start to look at deficits. We don't got time to look at no damn deficits today. I need you to show up as God today, bro. I need to see that in you. I'm dependent on that. I'm not going to win without what I saw coming out of my brothers there in Baton Rouge and what I'm experiencing in these calls with my brothers. I'm not playing no damn game. I don't give a damn about who get no credit. I don't give a damn about none of that. What we should care about is the win. Oh my goodness, nothing like winning. It don't matter, Brother John, who was on the team. They could be on the bench, but when they won the Super Bowl, everybody on the field celebrating because everybody participates in the win when we win. We all get a ring. And when you consider what success looks like, and Brother Jay is always directing us to business, and I appreciate that fundamental and important. You and Brother Lewis, and we all bring our equation, but in our different ways. But Brother Jay always points out these different aspects of business mindedness. You know what I'm saying? Which I appreciate so much. It kind of grounds us, you know, but it makes you to think methodically about what outcomes. Like we had a call leading up. What do we want to see? That became a healthy discussion. What are we trying to see, brother? What are we trying to get out of this? Oh my God. I don't know how you brothers felt about it but in my mind, I'm sitting back. I'm like, oh Allah. Oh Allah. See, this is how you get stuff done with black men. This is how you build something. You see, this is how you reach real success. And then we sat there and we talked on that call leading up to our effort, and we engaged and looked at it from different angles, and every brother brought their thought to the table, and no brother had to have I'm the one, you should listen to me mindset. No, we just put it out there on the table, and whatever rolls up as most significant or good enough for us to ride with, that's what we ride with, bro. That's how we win. That's what I mean by, and what we're talking about, the God within. The Jesus said, how can you say you love God whom you have never seen and then hate your brother who you see every day? The only reason you can do that is because you don't know who God is. When you know who God is, then you got to love your brother. You see, I'm obligated to love my brother when I see God coming out of him. If I say I love God, I'm gonna run around, I love God. Oh, Lord, help me be great. Oh, I want to see black people free. And then I see a brother come along who may have a swift, smooth J. Hit that thing from out in the corner somewhere, just busting. But I don't want to, hey, Brother Lewis, I don't want to pass on the ball. I want to be curly. Brother John, I want to dribble. I just want to dribble because I want people to see how smooth I dribble. Look at me dribbling. But we ain't scoring because I ain't passed the ball to the brother with the J. You see what I'm saying? Because the brother with the J can hit the J, and then we can be down on court on defense, getting ready to regroup to go right back at it, bro. You see? So that was, to me, one of the more significant things, being able to celebrate. That's a sign that we're maturing as a people, and it's a sign that we are about to win on an entirely different level. This was a small but very powerful and significant step. Just wait to see what we're really about to do. I'm telling you, I'm getting downloads, brothers. I know you feeling it, Brother Jay. I know you was getting downloads. That's what's happening. We're starting to get new information from the divine. However we look at it, we're starting to he's starting to increase us. He's talked about in that day, he will pour out wisdom for the elect's sake. He's pouring out knowledge, and it's really as significant as if you were downloading information from the internet. We are downloading new information that Allah is releasing in the atmosphere for our success, for our increase, for us being strengthened, that we may be able to move to a whole nother level of expression. If the black man is God, you got to know we got to do bigger things than what we're doing. If Allah reminds us in the Quran, we and us, in the Quran, well, what was he talking about when he allowed us to be a part of that we and us? And we created the heavens, and we adorned the heaven with stars, and we created man, and we know what his mind suggests. There was times that Allah had to step up and let you know who the boss is. He said, I, Allah, am the best knower. I, am the mighty, the wise. See, there's points so that we will always be mindful that the highest number and the most significant and fluent number is one. You see? So when we can recognize God in our brother, the brother, when we can see him there, brother, that's when the win starts. This is what the enemy don't want. He wants me to be threatened by the greatness. And there's a reason why I'm using this kind of language, because when you start hitting success, you got to know that that's when the enemy will try to slide in. You see what I'm saying? Need to grow mindsets will try to slide in. See, Brother Lewis, we boxers. When you're a fighter, you got to know you might get a good shot, but do not go to sleep, because you hit him, you might daze him. He stumble, and you think you got him, and you get a little too aggressive. You're not careful. He come up with one and hit you, and you didn't expect it, and he win with a knockout while he was dazed, because you didn't study it. You weren't careful in your attack. Help me out, Brother Lewis, if I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
100% truth.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. And that's how we have to think. So when we start winning, watch. When you start hitting levels of success, watch. You see?
When Allah.
Study yourself.
48th chapter of the Quran, the victory.
Yes. When
Allah's victory comes.
Celebrate the praise of your Lord and ask for protection. You see? So that's what we have to do. We have to be mindful. And that's one of my favorite surahs. When Allah's help and the victory comes, celebrate the praise of your Lord and ask for protection. It didn't say if. What did it say, Brother Lewis? When.
When.
My God, brother. Yeah, I'm feeling like the old Baptist preachers right now. But I will yield. Praise be to Allah. I will yield for the sake of allowing all of us to have our expression. But brother, we want to. I see Brother Hoyer, but I called on Brother Harrison because, like you said, brother, that to me, I was just studying the highlight reel, brother, of our moments. That hot black coffee discussion, brother, that morning was, I sat right next to Lewis, all that heat coming off of him and brother Jay. Listen, brother, we sat there in that little circle, brother. It was so intimate. You understand? That could have been the whole event in some respect. But we sat there and had some of the most profound discussion. Brother John dropping light, Brother Harrison dropping light. And that's the importance of building in a brotherhood. So, Brother Harrison, if you're there, brother, we love to just hear from you, brother, because we were able to ride around and we ain't even got to some of the things that we're able to do. Brother Lewis just opened our eyes up on so many levels. That's why when you find a beachhead that is already being established behind enemy lines and is already taken over, you got to come in and support and back, submit. Ain't nobody come in trying to tell Brother Lewis, let's do it this way. I know he ain't hear that from nobody. He damn sure didn't hear it from me. He didn't hear me say, well, Brother Lewis, hold on, Lewis. That we must first be Brother Lewis. Let's do it this way, and then we can do it this way, bro. Hell no. I came in and say, what's my march? I just wanted to know what it was. My only concern, the whole process, what the hell is my assignment? Because no soldier goes into a fight not wanting to know what the hell he's doing. So I need to know, because I can know where if I need to stand over here, Brother Lewis, by the door, I'm going to stand by the door. Ain't nobody tripping about none of that, because I know we're going to win. Everything Brother Lewis said that we was going to do, we did. Every single thing. We worked through our, man, look, let me stop.
That was right.
Let me stop. Go ahead, brother.
I want to start by saying, man, it was a real pleasure and honor to meet all of y'all that I did get to meet. You know what I'm saying? I even had a discussion with my father, my dad, you know, man. He even was talking about the conversation he had with Elijah, right?
Yes.
And as an older man, he don't get to talk to too many youthful guys outside of his family. So he really enjoyed the conversation with you, Elijah. You know what I'm saying? But to say that, man, I was just again in the moment. You got to realize that, you know, each person brings something to the table because we all have a purpose in life. And as you know, we're brothers first. That has to come with some type of standard, right? And like I say, man, I think I really met the true version of all of y'all talking about, you know, brothers giving their God selves. I thought everybody came with a sense of enlightenment, you know, and if it wasn't, it was to gain enlightenment. So at that moment, you know, you got to recognize that that's a great place to be at. Because like I say, you know, me and my dad have a lot of conversations, man, but it ain't too many people outside of him that I might even indulge in that type of conversation. So even with that being said, that was something that I don't always encounter always. So it was a blessing to be a part of it. And like I said, I look forward to building however you know, we see fit to come together. Again, I'm gonna always stress the integrity part, and I think every man exhibited that, you know, that I met during this time. So with that being said, man, it was just a pleasure again to meet y'all, and I look forward to engaging with y'all however we're gonna engage.
Pleasure was mine, brother. I must say, and I'm sure brothers feel the same way. It was an honor, brother. I really feel like I gained a brother, you know, in yourself, Brother Harrison, and it was such an honor and a pleasure even to sit there when you had your father in there. You know, I thought that was a significant thing to have an elder sitting amongst us, you know. And I said, oh, this is his father. You know, we always talk about the importance of the father in our lives, you know. And here your father, even though you are an adult grown man, your father was and you said something in that meeting that stuck right out to me. You talked about how you admired and looked up to your father. You know, you use different wording, but this is what you said essentially, and I know I'm right on.
Beautiful.
You spoke on that, and I caught that. I don't know. I'm sure other brothers may have caught it, but I paid attention to little details, you know. And when you said that, I said, that's powerful. And I looked over at your father, and I looked at his gentle soul, because he has a gentle soul. And you know, we started talking about, Brother John was talking about when you get to a certain, what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad talked about, that you don't start to really learn how to live until you reach a certain age, you know. And his father had had already reached that age. And then I just kind of looked over and I said, yeah, this man right here, he's alive, you know, he's alive, but look at his seed. Look at what his seed is doing right now. So he's able to look over at his seed and hear the wisdom coming out of his seed at an elderly age. That's just a blessing all the way across the board, brother. Brother Hoyle, good to see you on the call. See your hand up, brother.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. I saw the beautiful post of the meeting. I hate I couldn't be there. I'm at work right now, but I'm trying to get things saying. Inshallah, I know I'll be there next time. But all that fun I saw and the young brothers participating and you all having a great time. And I know it was a success. I just want to iterate and tell you, brothers, that this meeting and what it stands for, we first must be brothers. I was on a call with the Assistant Supreme Captain last week, and he was talking about what's about to go down as far as the chastisement. He said, we're going to be forced, Brother Mike, Brother Lewis, and Brother John, we're going to be forced to come in the neighborhoods, you know, to move in proximity of one another. So and this is why it's so important for this call, you know, brothers coming together, even with construction, growing food. All of this was mentioned in the training. So what's coming down the pipe, and you know, that brother in Chicago talking to God's man every day. So this is coming very soon. So this is a very important meeting. And especially in that area in Baton Rouge and Memphis, I ain't that far, about 5 to 6 hours from me, not even that. So really the whole United States, because we're all going to be affected. But as black men, like you said, we're going to have to settle our differences, and it's going to force us to come together. You know, we always got it. You know, we look at all the crime and we look at the differences, but all the differences are going to be put aside. And you know, believers, brothers, your church members, your family members, we all going. God is going to force it. I'm Elijah Muhammad say He's going to make the Father and the you know everybody come together. I forget the passage in the Bible, but it's a passage in the Bible where it talks about that. But I just want to tell you this is right on time, and no matter how we start, if it's you know all of everything is being put together. So, and like I said, this is a beautiful platform, and keep it up, brothers. Yes, sir.
We gonna keep it up, and with the help of Allah. And brother, well, it was good hearing from you, and you did call. I don't know if I passed that message on or not because we was moving so much, but you know we appreciate it, brother. And I knew you would have been there if you could have.
Oh yes, sir, brother. Thank you for passing the message on. I talked to Brother Lewis today, and inshallah, because I was down there maybe about a month before, you know, he set the meeting up. And I hung out with Brother Lewis down in Baton Rouge, but it's a beautiful place, and Houston is beautiful. And anytime if I'm getting to work down there, I'll look you brothers up in Houston too. So
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So when I can't meet you, and Brother John, I see you there, brother.
Yes.
So I'm like
discussion.
I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Yes, sir.
For sure. Well, real quick, that's Malachi, the last chapter of Malachi, where it says that God will send the prophet Elijah, and He will turn the hearts of the parents to the children.
Woo!
And the children back to the father.
Thank you, Brother John. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No,
sir. Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
But I real quick, brother, I just want to say something.
Yes, sir.
That since we're talking about, you know, seeing the value of our brothers for this and that, and I got to give Jay, and I was thinking about doing this anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead. I want to give, you know, I believe in giving people their flowers while they're above ground, still around. Feet is sound. So, Brother Jay, I mean, some of y'all know, but I've worked on $200 million movie sets. And way Brother Jay handled himself and did things. And I'm not making this up. I've worked on $200 million movie sets, multiples. Brother Jay, I couldn't tell no difference.
That's right.
I'm telling you straight up, I couldn't tell no difference. And from how he moved, and not only was he a gaffer, but he was a cinematographer. He was a director. He was lighting man. He did the whole thing, and he was so kind enough to ask me my opinion of things and how things look. And when I gave him whatever information I had at that point, I felt he took it, and and I appreciate that. But Brother Jay, I'm telling you, Brother Jay, I didn't see any difference from how you handled what you did and the way you did it than anybody else out there on a $200 million movie. So I give you clap you up. Yes, sir.
You know, Brother John, I'm gonna jump in right behind you a little bit and put some little frosting on that cake, because the other thing is that humility is a very significant part of everything anybody does, and it's not always what you do, it's also how you do it. The love coming out of brother's heart, the determination, the desire. You talking about enthusiastic workers. We out there, we grinding, man. And brother was definitely enthusiastic in making that contribution. And I'm gonna say this too. We got to recognize, this is, Brother Lewis, you mentioned it, but we have to learn how to recognize talent. When you see talent in your brother, we have to center and surround the talent and make sure that we promote and support, secure, guide in whatever way we can to make sure that the talent can grow fully into what that talent needs to grow into. This is real brotherhood, man. This is what the Black man has done from the beginning of time, brother. And we got to get back to this tradition. We always have golden ones among us. We got several budding ones among us over there with the A-team. I saw them. I mean, listen, and I always talk about it because I know soldiers, man. I thank Allah. I talk about coming from the streets, again, not to glorify it, but to tell you it was my pedigree. It gave me something. And I know what a soldier looked like. You see what I'm saying? When I'm looking at them I'm moving around, I'm looking at them little brothers in the 18. I said, these little brothers will get at your tail. Brother, you know what I'm saying? These little brothers get at your head. One of them is one of Brother Lewis's son is so stoic, but I'm like, all them little soldiers, they got it in them. And I love that. Not because that they're trying to be aggressive and be, what you call it, thuggish nature than anything. But no, the young brothers have a solid, humble spirit and a desire to learn, a desire to build. Little Kadeem, every time he opened his mouth, he was dropping light. He was saying something, you see. So for me, that says a lot about our future. And this is why we have to put our attention on our young people in ways that we've never done. We have to get intentional.
Got to get them.
All tiers of our young people, 30s. All of us are young people in my view, but I'm just saying 30s, 20s, all the way down to the 10s and 9s and the 5-year-olds. We got to put stuff in these babies and start trusting, because we just have no idea what they are about to become. And Allah is infusing them with a much greater energy and wisdom today. They will blow up before you know it. They're hyped. They're super intelligent already. They're not like any other children. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, he said, we will be seeing some of these things that come out of our children would fascinate us. I'm paraphrasing, but would fascinate us what we would see coming out of some of our children, It was another very little key points. I like little things like this, and I was just lifting. Brother Lewis had prepared us a beautiful spread. I'm coming to you, Brother Jay. Brother Lewis gave us a wonderful spread. Was that the last day we were there? Some really good food, lentils. It was just some good old food, bro. That was some good old food, brother. I would tell you straight up, man. Look, I'm reminiscing about it right now. Maybe I got a little hungry, just reminiscing about that good old food, brother. I had some cauliflower out there, cauliflower season where everything was good, brother. It was just really, really good for the moment. We sat out there, but it was a moment we was waiting on little Kadeem. I saw something in brother. We were toiling, he said, we waiting on Kadeem. We waiting on Kadeem. He trying to, because he's the host. So he's trying to accommodate all these other hungry brothers out here, But he said, we're going to wait on Kadeem. And I got near him and I'm watching him. I said, we're going to wait on Kadeem. I joined in the assembly with him and we waited on Kadeem. And it was something about when his son popped up and we all ate. It was something so powerful in that moment that we don't leave no soldier
That's right.
Leave no soldier out, bro. We wait and we eat together. We break bread together as brothers, man. That's a
Right.
powerful message that was sent without a word being spoken, bro.
Right.
You know, I just want to lift that because I catch those little cues in brotherhood, man. We
Right.
eat together, and Brother Lewis, you're talking about breaking bread. See, eating is one of the most significant impressions that we have. There's multiple impressions, learning, but the impression of food, and eating together in brotherhood, it bonds us.
Facts.
You know, it connects us genetically, even. You literally start to become one.
That's
Just
right.
now breaking bread together. So it's just significant. Brother Jay, go right ahead, soldier.
Yes, sir. Like I say every week, and you got to cite the sources. So I want to cite Brother Louis Ali from the South. You lose your humility, you lose your humanity.
That's right.
And Brother Hoyle always talk about what's going on down there in Memphis 10. So he knows, he's tapped in. And I'm not from Memphis, but I grew up in an environment similar.
Yes.
Right, where you are on defense while you playing offense.
That's right.
So you're waiting for the blitz. You're waiting for one of your brothers to cross you so you can be reactive instead of proactive. And in an environment like that, it's kind of hard to be proactive. You know what I mean? And I preference it saying that by saying you brothers really put my soul and my heart at ease.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes, sir.
Like I spoke about last week with trust, it makes it a lot easier to build with your brothers when you can trust them.
That's a fact, brother.
You
That's
don't,
a fact.
you don't have to think about, like, this is one of the things I was thinking about, right? And I wish I had like meta glasses or something like that to record everything, while I was out there. It was the night before, or the night before we did the concrete pour. Easily $50,000 sitting around in the living room, easy. I didn't have to worry about none of that equipment.
That's right.
That's powerful.
That is.
There's so many things to think about when you're doing a production that you really can't think about if you got to worry about if this guy could steal my stuff.
Teach, Brother Jay. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Teach.
So everything I came with, I left with. You know what I'm saying? And then some. Because I left with some wisdom and knowledge that I didn't have when I came down there. So it was really a win-win situation. And if the A team's still in the room, that's the beauty of having humility. And there's no big eyes and little U's. I want to, same way you guys gave me my flowers and my credit, I want to give them their flowers and credit because they didn't have to listen to me.
Yes.
I made them sit there and listen to me, interact or engage with me. And I saw some brilliant young men.
Yes.
I mean, brilliant. I watched them conduct business without having their hand held. They conduct themselves in a certain type of way. I'm watching how they conduct themselves when Brother Lewis is around, and I'm watching how they conduct themselves when he's not around. And it was the same.
The same.
Professionalism, all that, So again, if those brothers in there, I just want to, give them their flowers as well, because we oftentimes, and I want to read out of this real quick. We must first be brothers, the first principle. If you don't have this book, get it. I'll put a link in the bio for you. But the first principle in here is studiousness. Studiousness is crucial to becoming a high-functioning and developed brother. To truly live and grow, one must be a humble and devoted student. The journey of brotherhood is a lifelong pursuit. and those who seek to deepen their understanding must commit to continuous learning. Wise scholars have taught us that Jesus studied brotherhood in Egypt for 20 years, and his encounters were always rooted in some form of brotherhood. Learning is essential for living, and ceasing to learn is a step towards spiritual death. Life is a multifaceted and multidimensional experience, offering numerous opportunities for growth and development. As such, one should always remain a student of all life experiences, as this will contribute immensely to becoming a high-functioning and developed brother.
Allahu Akbar. God is greatest. Man.
Now that goes back to my point of why when we first started this.
Yes.
We have to obviously ask ourselves why. Why are you so lazy?
Teach.
Why are you so lazy? Why do you claim that you want change in your life, but you are so, excuse my language, goddamn lazy, man?
Facts. Facts.
I got like, you know, Brother Lewis said, if we're not building together, you are battling together. Why are you so lazy, man?
Come on.
Why would you sit on the couch for 3 hours on Sunday and watch a man bent over run up and down the field?
Come on.
You would not read a book for 20 minutes.
Teach, Brother Jay. Teach.
Out of a, give or take, maybe about a 16 hours day. They like saying, oh, we got the same 24 hours. You got to sleep and all that stuff. But for the most part, you got but a good 12 to 16 hours in a day.
Yes.
Why won't you read 20 minutes of a book if you claim you want to change your life so bad?
Teach.
You ain't got to read the book. Why don't you watch a video a brother send you?
Yes.
But you'll listen to what's going on with Lil Durk. Big U. Something, we got to stop majoring in minor things, man. Seriously.
Yes. Facts.
It's not the time for play at all.
That's
I'm not critical or anything like that, but I'm saying this brother to brother.
Yes.
All brothers on this call, all brothers that's listening, you are responsible for your life.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
No
Well,
shortage of
okay.
information out here. No excuse. There's none. And the thing that I really value most, right? One of the many things that I value most about the brotherhood is the level of honesty, and the power of spending so much time together. When the cameras are rolling, it's the same as when the camera's off. We didn't go put down concrete, film, this, that, and the third, and then after we looking to go to the club, the hookah joint, the strip club, the bar, where the weed at. This is real deal, man. You gonna have to change yourself to step on this side.
That's right.
That's right.
Because you'll be outed if you don't.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right, brother. That's right.
It'll be that simple. And again, I appreciate you, brothers.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, because this is really a full circle moment. And to what the brother Elijah said about seeing, even Muhammad said, what you see is an extension of your brain. Think about that.
Powerful.
Back to what I was just saying. Why are you so damn lazy, man?
Yes.
So I see this call and I see so much value.
Yes.
I see
Yes,
why
sir.
Gilly.
Yes,
I see
sir.
$1 million worth of game on
$1
here.
billion call, baby.
Absolutely, brother.
You just got to figure out how to turn it to tangible.
That's right.
But it's $1 million on here.
That's
So-
right. That's right.
Good teaching, Brother Jay.
Absolutely teach, brother.
That's all I'll say. Think about that though. What you see is an extension of your brain.
That's right.
Muhammad Ali said a man that views life at age 50 the same that he did at age 25 has wasted 25 years of his life. And we see that day to day in men and women. You see grown ass boys online,
Yes, that's
calling
right.
them their name, saying why they not gonna get married, why they ain't having no kids. I mean, that's your preference, you know, but you can speak your mind without putting someone else down.
That's right. That's right.
You have women online, you know, talking about how good they look for their age and all the young men want them, but then calling them lustful in the same breath.
Mm.
And it's not, again, it's not to put anybody down, but why? Just ask yourself that why. You know, and it's power in that. And like I always preach, spend some time in solitude.
Yes.
That's
Real,
right.
real solitude, not alone. Because when you're alone, you're on your phone. You know, your brain is getting tainted and tampered with by other people's decisions, others people's thoughts, shaping your thought. Spend some time with yourself.
Yes.
Ask yourself, why do I make it a priority to smoke multiple times in a day,
Teach.
text multiple times in a day, but I don't take the time to study some form of teachings?
That's right. That's right.
Why? Why? Why?
And like I always say, I don't need to know the answer. You know what I'm
That's
saying? You gotta you need to know the answer to that. You gotta tell Brother Jay. I don't care if I'm being honest with you, because I don't have those problems with my brothers. They already know the answer to why. That's why they stopped their old habits. We ain't no different than you. We just
That's
switched
right.
our old habits.
That's right.
You know? And yeah, that's all I want to say, and I'll leave it at that, brothers. Thank you
Oh,
for
that was
We
beautiful.
approve that public
Good
service
job,
announcement.
brother. We approve that message.
Announcement.
They
And
got
we make sure everybody get that public
Oh,
service
God.
announcement, because that's a real one right there. For straight up, Dr. Nash, bro. And I truthfully want to put that. Make sure I'm being humorous, but I mean what I say. That's a serious public service announcement, and we really need to take it into deep consideration. That why we gotta start asking that question for our people listening, who will listen in the future. What brother's saying here is pertinent. It's pertinent to our survival and our advancement, because we need to really put a check on ourselves, you know, if we really want to advance. Dr. Nash, you was in the building at the church. It was a pleasure meeting you, Dr. Nash, in person. My brother, just want to hear your feedback and any thoughts that you might want to share with us. It's such a blessing to meet you, brother. And you
Well, I
you didn't
appreciate.
catfish us from your picture. You was a good looking brother in person too, bro. I just want to let you know.
No, I had a car problem that I had to find a
Yeah.
mechanic, and I just getting in, so I'm sort of changing clothes and that kind of thing. That's why I took that away. But as one of the brothers was speaking, he was talking about helping a brother develop into what he needs. A lot of times, when you're helping somebody, you're helping them become what you need. The, you know, in my thoughts on that, and I'm not as schooled as you gentlemen are on the teachings, but I want to follow them, and I have a great teacher in you guys. But
Yeah.
the idea sometimes for what I want to see in my brother is not just for him to grow. It's something that ends up being for me too.
Yes.
I want to see it. You know, in the situation that I'm in chiropractic, I'm constantly asked, what is it that you want? My thing is, I want to give back to chiropractic. I want to give back to chiropractic a young man taught through the things that I believe in, the things that I understand. Everyone would want that to be their son, but we all have the reach to affect so many other young men in this world. And so for me, what do I want for those young men? I want them to be whole. And that's the
That's
way I see it, is I want them to be whole for themselves, but also for me.
yes.
I want them to be whole.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brother, you know, and that's the interdependency of real brotherhood, you know. You know, I didn't realize how much of a superpower being a brother really is, man. It's really a phenomenal space, man. I've said, and I was riding around, you know, Brother Lewis was giving us a tour, you know, of Baton Rouge, and he's such a wealth of knowledge, man. I'm so in love with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally falling in love with you brothers, you know. And I'm just riding around. One point, he said, "Brother Michael, I hope you're not bored." And I said, "Brother, I'm back. I'm back here like a little child." In my mind, I'm like, if he only could understand, I'm in his back seat. All I need is a little ice cream and put my feet together, twirl. You know how you're a child, you just learning this shit. I'm good, bro. I'm in the back. I'm just good. Just keep teaching, showing us this stuff. Get out on this corner and show us this is land, showing us the topography, how water flows. Brother, see, if we come from the earth, and that was in our lessons, we were taught that there's 57,255,000 square miles of land, 139,685,000 square miles of water, 29 million square miles of producing land. Why were we given these metrics? Why were we given these numbers? The mountains, 1,910,000 square miles. Why were we given these numbers? Because we need to know something about our home. You see what I'm saying? We need to know something about where we live. And so here, Allah bless our brother to teach us. We sitting out, we get out on the corner, we get out on the parking lot, people riding by. I like looking at things from multiple angles. You know, we photographers, brother Jay, you know, we looking at these angles, right? So I'm looking at these angles spiritually as well. And I'm like, I'm watching the people ride by and brother out there teaching us, and we standing there and we just drinking and learning and drinking and learning. You know, the country needs brothers like that. We need to be teaching. Brother Dr. Nash, you're right. We need to, my nephew was talking about his lower back just on the other day. We forgot, we wouldn't even know you was right there. We probably could have got, you know, you to do a little pop crack on them or something real quick, you know.
I'm licensed in Louisiana, so it would have been easy.
All right, well, we're going to have to swing up there next time, brother, nephew. But you know, my point is, that's the beauty and the majesty of brotherhood. You know, we riding around, man. Listen, I got a beautiful picture of the sunset. I'm in the moment, brother. You know what I mean? I'm appreciating the moment. I'm not trying to navigate nothing. I was grateful to be in the moment. In many of those moments that happened with the brothers, God would just show up in one of the brothers, and they would just start talking. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, look at God showing up in nephew here, you know. And I'm seeing Allah show up in your spirit, in your words, and your delivery, your intonation, your tone, your vibration, and the wisdom. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm getting fed. You know, we literally riding around, Brother Lewis showing us the properties, and I'm getting ideas in my mind. My brain is starting to build up vision. You're right. We gotta. I was even trying to think of how I would feel living in Baton Rouge. I'm just keeping 100 with you. You know, I said I need to set up some type of shop in Baton Rouge. I told my nephew, I said, man, we got to set up shop. You know, maybe you have to have multiple locations if that's what's necessary. But we need to set up shop where we can be around brothers, where we know when we come home, if we decide when we're ready to come home, we got a home to come to where I know we're gonna eat together, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna fight together when we need to fight together, and we're gonna build together what we need to build together. You know, and we're gonna celebrate what we need to celebrate together. So, you know, it's so many lessons that are divinely intrinsic in brotherhood. Brother Jay, I want you to show a couple, if you're ready, brother, to just show a little bit of the scene of what was going down. Brother Lewis, if you don't mind, you can narrate if you like a little bit. Brother Jay, you can too, it's your shots, you know, but if anything you want to say in those moments, we love to hear. Just let the people see. Look at this, man. Look at this, brother. Look at this.
I won't say anything.
I never thought a cement truck could be so beautiful in my life.
I won't say anything because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and
1,000 words, brother.
This demonstration that I'm gonna show you guys speak louder than any conversation and words I can say. You know, these are.
Same here. I want to see it. This is my first time seeing it.
Brother Elijah.
Messiah.
So these are just a few short clips. It's nowhere near close to everything.
Yes.
did, but like I said, oops. Oh man, I don't want to play this one yet. This may set this call on fire if I play this one.
Oh, that set it on fire, boy. That thing right there that was lit.
17 years of age, and I'm out here learning how to pour concrete. They say your name or your age. My name's Taylor. I'm 17.
My name's Paul. I'm 13.
Come on.
Right. Hey, I'm 18. All right. I'm 17. I'm 17. Yeah, 20. Messiah. Look over here, Messiah.
Wow. Wow. That's incredible. I didn't even know you'd done that.
Oh, you got to keep the camera rolling, brother.
Oh yeah. This is flow.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Putting in work. Oh yeah.
They're building the ballards.
Wow. And I just learned the name. I didn't even know what they were called. Ballards.
So explain, Brother Lewis, explain what the ballots are, because I don't know anything about what that is.
So every parking lot that you go into, they put ballards up. So in the event that someone came off the highway, they wouldn't hit your building. They're there to stop it, and you put some steel inside of them. So Elijah, well, both of them are Elijah. Both of his name is Elijah.
We got two Elijahs there and a Messiah. My goodness, we had a lot of stuff going on up in there.
Steel in there. Now he's cutting it. That's Trey. Trey's cutting the steel. Each one of those pieces of steel are rods that you put inside of your concrete to give them strength. Me and John was cutting steel for mats, though. We cut steel all night. So that's a really good experience, because you do that on every highway project. Every piece of curve that you see has steel in it. Every concrete wall that you see has steel in it. That's a chop saw that they're using right now.
Wow.
And that's great experience for them, to get their measurement correct and to cut each piece of steel in the right place and to apply it. Wow. So this is like something that you can use for the rest of your life as far as the skill of doing it. They got companies that all they do is cut and tie steel. We didn't have to tie that the way you tie it, but you cut and tie steel all night. John knows what I'm talking about. We've done it before. He's done it with me before.
So Brother Lewis, in these moments, just for the people who are watching, those who will listen, in the future and see what we're doing here as we continue to put this information out, there are multiple, and one of the things I was observing, there are so many levels of opportunities to do business within this moment that we experience, because we noticed that the concrete truck, there was a role. That was a significant part of it. The lady had to know what she was doing with that truck. They had to know how to pour it properly, how to direct the pour. Can you kind of explain just, those different, that was a business. We talk about
building is a beautiful thing, but it's like a holistic. It's a holistic thing. So you of course now you have to have a CDL license. Where I grew up, you didn't have a CDL license. You had a chauffeur license. CDL license came out in about 91 or 92. The first license I got was just a regular chauffeur's license. And that's how you drove truck. When you learn how to drive a truck, you learn it from a holistic point of view. So I started out with my dad, just as a little boy, you learn how to grease the truck, how to change the oil in the truck, how to repair a tire where you're breaking tires down all day long. And you go step by step. So by the time you actually get in the seat of a truck, you really appreciate the full truck. Then there are different loads, type of loads that you haul. There are We had log trucks, we had dump trucks, and every one of the trucks, he would teach you how to drive the different trucks. So we might drive, and the boys do too right now. They drive on like if I'm digging a pond, like the last pond I dug was like 4 acres, 10 feet deep worth of dirt, maybe about 70,000 yards of dirt. And what you do is you buy land that's low, you put a pond on it, you build the land up, and then you subdivide it and they sell a lot. So people flip land the same way you flip houses. And they just get somebody like me to come out and repair the land, okay? So you form up your building forms, you double check everything. The key to pouring concrete is, because once that concrete hit the ground, it's yours. It ain't gonna change. So you double and triple check all of your measurements, you check all of your steel, you check everything double and triple time. That's the reason why we came to the site at 5:30 that morning, so we could shoot a laser grade, check that grade to make sure that grade is legit all around. Anybody can make a mistake, so you want to be able to correct it. And
so
that's
laser grade. You know, you remember
we shot it with a laser.
Okay, that's to get the appropriate measurements. Then.
That's to make sure that all of the elevations are the same height.
Okay.
Appropriate heights. Okay. So we know for a fact that we were really good, because if you noticed, we didn't have any concrete left over. All concrete was down to the T. I mean, down to the T. And the way you get that is you check those measurements several different times, and the boys done that before you even bring a concrete truck out there. All right. And that's how you do it. Concrete. If you let the concrete trucks set too long, it gets hot on you, it'll break. And you've seen all of that keyway that we put in there.
Yes.
That's so that you can, because concrete's going to always break. So you want to control the brakes. So you put keyway a certain way, and don't let nobody fool you. You want to make sure it's better to put in, you can never put too much keyway. You put keyway in it, and you really want that keyway no more than 15 feet apart, but ours is about 10 foot. So you want to control it because you want it to be there for a while.
Wow, beautiful angle, Brother Jay. You going to go ahead and shoot us a little bit more? We keep it moving a little bit.
Yes, but before I want to
I saw you capturing this. You know, I saw you down there with your camera. You know, but that angle is beautiful because it shows us the engagement. You know, brother got his foot on the steel, got the wood. I imagine the wood is kind of the marker and holding the board up so we have a separation from the ground, Brother Lewis. You know, you know, and the young brother cutting. You know, it's really, really, really powerful picture here. You know, if people understood how significant just this capture, this moment is right here. It's very powerful to our future. You know, it kind of took me back to, you know, when we was coming off not that I was there, but, you know, coming off the plantations and how we had to go build our own homes. You know, we had to go cut down that tree. You know, we had to go find that flat land, make sure the land was ready, surveyed, whatever way and whatever tools that we had developed as a people. And then we had to build something for our families, you know. And we got to get back to that because, you know, you shared another powerful experience with us, took around to some of those houses that you can pretty much, with a good run and a good shoulder, run through it because it was so cheaply built. You know what I'm saying? You get going and good, you know, you might get through one of the walls, you know, be outside. But, you know, you were talking about that, Brother Lewis, just the builders today building things so cheaply. But when we start to really learn these principles, because the foundation is the most important part of this whole process to get you going. You know, this is what we need. We need to learn how to build homes for our families again. Elijah Muhammad says, you know, he said we got to stop depending on other people to do for us what we should be able to do for ourselves. It's something about, it's not just a good quote. You know, we really got to pay attention to what he's saying about our responsibility to build something for ourselves.
Right.
You know, waiting on the white man to come out there and build a house for us, waiting on him, his contractors and all his people. We got enough around the country. If we just unite, we can start training young boys like this. And before you know, we have a contingency of young brothers all over America that are builders, the new youthful, young Black builders of the new world, the making communities safe and decent places live movement. And we building houses everywhere.
Facts. Brother Michael, I want to say something to you and those who might be listening to the audience. Get that book, Up From Slavery, Booker T. Washington. Think about it. If we were savages, how could they release us from so-called physical slavery? Why didn't we go out and practice black on black crime and kill each other? If we're savages.
Right.
The truth of the matter is the whole teaching style of how you teach Black boys is backwards. First of all, it's too slow and lethargic. Did you see how long they stayed in class to learn how to use that chop saw? That's a chop saw. It's not light. It could get out of control. I showed them how to use it. They used it.
Yes.
The way you teach Black boys is, number one, they have to have purpose. It's got to be something that they're building. You cannot sit boys on a couch and give them a little phone and just let them be idle. It's terrible. You got to have something for them to build.
Yes.
And if you notice, if you have something for them to build and they can feel like they're on a team and build camaraderie and eat together, man, they'll run like a sewing machine. Just pay them legitimate money, keep them away from foolishness, and have them on a purpose. And that's all it is to it, Brother John, Brother Mike.
Yes.
But that Booker T. Washington learning style, teaching you from a holistic point of view. And you know what? When young people are building stuff, they have way more respect for it than if you just give it to them. They had to build those buildings with Booker T. Washington and Tuskegee. Tuskegee ain't what it used to be. Maybe none of us are what we used to be, but we got to get back to it.
Got to get back to it.
Got to get back to it.
The brothers was right, and they were ahead of their time, but they were right, and we need to go back to it. And that's not really going back. We need to really kind of catch up in some respect, Brother Lewis, because we really have fallen behind in a mode of dependency.
I want to ask you a question. The little concrete, I won't say how much that cost if I had to actually charge somebody for that.
Yes.
But do you think that was real complicated? That wasn't complicated.
It wasn't complicated at all. And it probably is not complicated all the way across the board after you get it systematized, you know?
The boys,
the
young Black boys could learn that so easy. Like it was, they actually got in the concrete and pulled it down with the come-alongs like it wasn't nothing. They wasn't exhausted. We were finished by 12, 30 yards.
Yes.
1,500 square foot. The average house is no bigger than that, Brother Michael.
Wow.
A 1,500 square foot house. They got middle-class people who live in a 1,500 square foot house. Wow. 1,500, 2,000 square foot house. That's not, and that's how fast that could happen. Most of the time with a lot of these houses, the concrete slab is probably about 33% of your house cost. You live in a $300,000 house, you probably put at least 100,000 into building your slab and all this other stuff. Now you're digging footings and you're pouring it, you put that, but your infrastructure part of it probably costs 33%.
Wow.
All right. Wow. So you think about that. Now, this is a whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna stay on this all night, but Brother Jay, just imagine if we just decided, I mean, we really decided we're gonna build our own houses like our ancestors did when they came out of slavery. They didn't have technology, but they had the will. See, this laziness that you're talking about is really the real problem. It has nothing to do with the Caucasian or all this other BS that we come up with. It's lazy. It's slowfulness, and it's not having a purpose. But if we just said, you know what, we're not going to pay $500,000 for a house. We're going to build it. We're going to build it with each other. Jay's going to come and do this. I'm going to come and do that. We're going to do it. We're going to work it out. Michael's going to come and do this. He's going to do it. We're going to build houses. We build them ourselves. Will it cost some? Yeah, material is not cheap. You can't get it for free, all right?
Right.
But you could, but the way the Spanish people do it is the Spanish speaking ones, not the Spanish speaking ones from America, but the Spanish speaking ones from Honduras, from Guatemala, from somewhere that isn't as much affected by American culture and stupidity. What they do is they build together. They get usually on construction sites, if there's 15 Spanish people, only 2 or 3 of them are actually really good. So if you can get 2 or 3 really good people and the rest of the people have the will to do it, you can build a house. 2 or 3 really good dudes combined with a labor force, you can build a house. Think about it. The brain is only a small part of the body. You don't need a bunch of people who, and sometimes you're at a disadvantage because you got too many people that think they're so smart. Well, how come they spend all this money on these houses? They spend all this money on these clothes, but we could cut through that by training our own young people and building our own houses. And I know we could do it. It could be done.
We will do it, Brother Lewis, and I think that's where we're at right now. And I think, as Brother Hoyle was pointing out, we're being forced to mature at this particular point. I mean, this is just common, you know. I'm guilty of immaturity. We all been immature in terms of understanding and responsibility, but it's something about when you start getting your feet in that soil.
That's right.
You know, I think that might have also been what, you know, really promoted a lot of spirituality in our moment, because we were touching some dirt. We was in some real living dirt, you know, and Black people, many of us haven't touched the ground in so many years. We walking around here with high platform shoes and shoes with rubber and all this in between it. And we're not outside letting the sun shine and beam down on us and sweating out these toxins and all the things that come with hard work that are necessary. So you're right about being lazy. That's one of the reasons why we use the word Lazarus was used in the Bible. We were taught, and the minister phonetically kind of gave us a play on words and said, lazy are us, you know? And so when Jesus had to call him from the grave, you know, he's called Lazarus from the grave, because Lazarus wasn't doing nothing to build something for himself. He waiting on the crumbs to fall off the table of the rich man. And we got to stop waiting on crumbs. You're right. It does cost. The material cost, but look at the intrinsic value. Look at how much value that you get out of putting your hands and touching something and building it in the pride. When we went back out there the day you was giving us the tour of the different properties, some of your land and some of the other things that are in Baton Rouge and the vision around the college, the things that you were showing us, the landscape, which is so important. Real FOI stuff, by the way, you know, because you should know the lay of your land if you're a brother. You're a Black man in a city, you should know the lay of the land, whether you're in the FOI or not. You should know everything about the city that you're in. You should learn it as much as you possibly can. But I remember we went back to the concrete and the sun was just sitting so beautiful. It was just the way that the sky, I paid, you know, visual. You know, I watched the cement. You step on it. You talked about how it was cured. You showed us a few lessons about what was happening about the cement, and how all cement will eventually spread and different things like that, the thing that you were sharing. But I was looking at the light grays off of the cement. I was looking at that fresh pour of cement. It's like cutting a fresh grass. If you ever cut grass, for those of you who still do that, I mean, when I grew up, we cut grass. Some of us need to go back to that, because that fresh cut grass does something to your sensibility. And then when you're blowing it off the sidewalk, you clean them weeds out, you manicure your yard, and you take a step back and you look at it and you say, it's a sense of accomplishment like none other. And it was the same sense of accomplishment when we looked at that slab of cement and all that was part of that foundational pour coming from the very conversation that we were having on this platform to actually in our word, our bond, because we talked about doing and not just saying, but saying and doing, and we did it, you know. But I just want to point that out. I know it's poetic, but it is poetic. It's beautiful. The intrinsic value is something that is priceless. It's priceless to know that your hand built that kingdom. You know, it's priceless to know that. It's priceless when we go out. Then we left there and we go to throw that dirt. And then we sitting there and we sitting on chairs and we sitting on other platforms that were built. I forget what you call the thing that we sitting under, you know. Pavilion. We sitting under the pavilion, and then we got the stage and throw that dirt. And then I'm watching the young ladies coming in. I'm watching the young brothers give them the system of how to be safe and how to move throughout the ATV park. You know, we got to understand that is what imbues the spirit and motivates the spirit in a human being. That's why I'm being, you know, Brother Lewis, I'm not putting you on the spotlight to, you know, to bring any unfortunate attention, you know, any negative attention, you know, because, you know, envy and jealousy is real. But I am saying it because we got to promote what we see that is good. We're so busy talking about so much. I learned so much, bro. I was reminded of being a young boy working in the garden with my mama, brother. You know, I thank God that she was a Southern woman. You know, we had a garden, brother. We grew tomatoes and onions and cucumbers, bro. You know, and that made me mature and appreciate the earth. And I done had dirt in my fingernails as a young boy growing up, pulling weeds and cutting grass and, you know, all of the stuff that we had to do, working with my uncle in his yard, building trenches and stuff, for electricity for his garage. It's nothing like, every man needs to learn how to work and work. Right. In some degree, a little hard work don't hurt at all, brother. It actually helps you to appreciate life a little better. Brother Jay, you want to go to the next slide? Any other brothers want to comment, jump in? Don't, you know, at any point, you say whatever you like.
Yeah, before I do that though, I want to play this audio because like Brother Lewis said, man, I didn't even know you recorded that. That's what was so significant and meaningful about this. None of this was scripted.
None of it. Yeah.
So like Brother John said, this isn't just some sort of slogan. We must first be brothers. It's actually on full demonstration.
Full demonstration. Yes.
Hold on. What's back? Still back. And those are live sparks.
So these are just a few short clips. We'll put out some more on We Must First Be Brothers YouTube channel. You guys to view as we continue to grow the platform.
Yes.
You guys can
10 times 30. 10 times 30 times 0.5. I want you to put that, I want you to leave that in. You got it? Bring it over here. Bring it over here. Yes. That's 10 times 30 times 0.5 equals 5.5 yards, 6 yards. Yeah, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need 9 more yards. 9 more yards for sure. Hey, and then we might need a little back. Come on, people, I want to show you what to do. Oh, this time. You got all of this, Jay. Hey, Tyron, I'm gonna tell him to send me the other truck, okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Brother Lewis.
Look at nephew. He got right in the mud.
I had to find me something. I had to get active.
What is he doing with the water hose, Brother Lewis?
Kind of wet it down so it's easier to smooth it down as you bull float it in. Okay. Every now and then it starts drying. You see certain spots drying a little faster than you thought it would. So you gotta see that guy over there. He's on a bull float.
With the green.
Mm-hmm. That's Tyron. He's on a bull float. Every time you hit that bull float, if it was more than 6 inches, you put a vibrator in there, like on that on those ballards. If they were thicker, we did it another kind of way, but it vibrated because when you take the cap off, you see the snake eyes where the concrete didn't get in some of the voids. If the concrete didn't get in some of the voids, then you rub it down.
I just want you guys to see and hear some of this.
Station of time. So then that way, another 75 years, I don't look like I'm 100 years old. I'm not walking on a cane. Right. I'm not using Medicaid to get me a scooter. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go to get dialysis 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. Oh man, but they keep talking about well, we lower the drugs of with diabetes drugs and this and that. Well, if you're diabetic and you need insulin, we know about these hurricanes here in Houston and Texas, right? As soon as that refrigerator goes out, that medication is no more good because it has to be refrigerated. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Some of us don't know that most of the medication is made out of pork. So we taking diabetic medication that's made out of pig. If you don't, I don't eat pig. You take diabetic medication? You take insulin? Yeah. Do you know what it's made of? No. Google it. I guarantee you will see it's made out whole. So you taking it the whole time. But I'm saying all that to say this here. We have to understand that we have been, and see, this is so cold-blooded. I'm using the word cold-blooded. So beautiful about the teachings. It makes you understand where you at and keeps you in present time. Everything else we're doing, most of us ain't in present time. We think about woulda, coulda, shoulda, I could have done that. That's the waste of time, right? Man, if just this, right, Brother Jay? If just this, you know, if I'd have just had this, or if somebody would have just listened to me and invested in me, or I didn't know this. Okay, we understand you didn't know. Now, keep yourself in shape, mentally, physically, spiritually. Get your butt up, exercise, study in the morning, meditate, get out there and get some walking, They say walking is a bit exercise. You don't have to, but as you get older, you need to start training like an athlete. Oh man, I can't do 50 push-ups anymore. No, I can still do 50 push-ups. Yeah, you got it. I've been here 65 years, but I'm a perpetual 35. I only been busy at 65. That's almost what you're saying. But let me finish, and I yield to you. So now, how do I project myself? And then if I project myself, then I gotta go meet it. How do I go meet it? Well, we in 2026, right? Yeah. So 40 years from now is what? 66. Okay. I gotta see myself at 66 or 76, 86, 96, and say, I'm going over there. Well, 40 more years, I'll be 20 more years, I'm gonna be 86, 85. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be there. I'm not concentrating on what I think I'm gonna be when I get there. I know I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be effective. I'm gonna be a lean, mean machine, and I'm gonna be able to do everything. And just think how much more knowledge I've gained. Just think how much more experience I've gained. So this is the most important part about being in present time. Mike knows what I'm gonna say. We have to be intentional. That's intentional saying, I'm gonna be there at 86, 2086, 2096. I'm gonna be there at 3,000. That's intentional. We're not intentional enough. And Lewis was saying that about earlier. You were saying that earlier. Not only are we not intentional enough, Lewis said about watching TV and eating pork. We give our attention. The most important thing everybody have is your attention. They are doing everything to get your attention. Billboards, TV, TikTok, that's your attention, huh? Why is your attention so important? Because now they got a portal to put in anything they want. You have to guard your intention. That is the Holy of Holies when they're talking about in the Bible, the Holy of Holies. Your attention is everything. Do not lend your attention to everything. That's right. Guard your attention. So-and-so made this song. I already know the song gonna be by. They talking about boosting. Well, I need to hear it. I know the definition of boosting. Stealing. So now listen to the song about stealing. I just wanted to know. You know what boosting is.
You're not intentional.
Need to know. Because now I want to hear the different ways of stealing. Come on, man. We all know the different ways of stealing.
Props for our Netflix subscription for the rest of the
Oh God.
So lit. Go ahead, bro, John.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I already knew what it is. I gotta learn the different forms of stealing, you know. but that's fascinating. Thank you so much, brother Jay. You know, that was amazing, brother. You know, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, boy, this is some high level stuff we're doing on this call. You know, just being able to share a living moment, you know, a historical moment. You know, you think about it. We always talk about Brother Lewis. If it ain't a picture or a video, you know, some type of recording, it did not happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but the beauty of capturing these moments is it's the immortality. And these lessons, very valuable lessons, go beyond the moment and help to advance future generations. We have such an amazing assignment on us, brothers, you know, and this is why we're pushing this hard, dedicated line on brotherhood. You know, I didn't realize it was the sweet nectar. I didn't realize it, you know, early on. I mean, we always long for it, but I did not realize how important it was to everything. Brother Jay mentioned earlier about trust. You know, not only was your stuff safe, let somebody run up in there and try to take some from my brother and watch that level. You ain't even have to go to that. Let them come up and try to take some from my brother with all that high level equipment that our brother came down there with on his own dime. You know, and just understand how sacred that is. There's a passage, I think it's in the Quran, it might mention, but the property of a Muslim or a brother is sacred. You know, we hold it sacred. We hold everything. When we left that place, these are little lessons, but they're important for our people to know because it's civilization. It's civilization. We didn't leave the Airbnb all nasty, junkified, trash everywhere. You walked up and we didn't put beds almost as much as you can make up a bed that you didn't lay in after. You know that we know they got to come in and change the sheets, but we made sure that place was presentable. So those people ain't got nothing to say about us and no bad energy in our direction because everything we're doing, we're considering these principles. You know, these principles need to be in everything that we need to do. Brotherhood is the standard. As somebody said earlier, it is the standard. It's how we grow. Our young people need to hear this. We need to, you know, I put a little post from Nana Elijah Muhammad. I took a little clip that I heard. I was listening to him today. And just so fascinating, brother, when your ears open up on different levels of your development. So I heard him say something today just about talking about your brother. You know what I'm saying? Talking negative about your brother, especially in the face of your enemy. So I took and I recorded it, put his face on it, you know, made a quick little blurb on it and put it out there because there's so many of us right now on the internet and we're beating each other down as if that's going to help us some kind of way find progress. We're not going to make progress with that mentality. You know, we got some on the internet because they may believe something a little different than what others believe. That's okay. No brother on this call can possibly, we may have a emergence of belief in agreement, but there's some things we may see different. We're just different people. That's not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on where we agree. And I was listening to the sister ask Honorable Elijah Muhammad the question about love. You know, what love was. And he said, and he went on to teach about agreement. He said, the more you agree, the more you love. So you have to find agreement. You have to work toward agreement. You have to develop agreement. It's easy to just point out the disagreements, but even the disagreements, there's a way and a pathway to agreement, which is how we sharpen and develop each other to become better, not to tear each other down, not to dismiss the goodness in your brother. I don't care. There's no role. You know, one of the things I love about the minister as well, you know, and I've been in different settings. You know, after a lecture, you know, the minister get done teaching 10,000 people in Chicago at a Savior's Day convention. You know, and then we're at this dinner afterwards. And now we're at this dinner, and the minister starts to talk about if this is just about me, then this is a personality worship. You see, he said, but if this is about the bigger and the broader picture, then now we, in other words, we can't be wrapped up in one. He said, it's about being a brother for the whole and not just for some personal aggrandizement. And that's the main point that he made constantly in the opportunities I've had to be in very intimate spaces listening to the minister. Always came back to being a brother. Call me brother. He's not wrapped up about no title, even though he has earned any name that he has in title, but it started with brother, and I think that that's the most important and significant thing all the way across the board. Any other brother want to weigh in real quick? We're going to keep it moving a little bit, and then we get ready to wrap up. We got about 5 minutes before we wrap up this particular call.
Assalamu alaikum.
What was that?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum. Who I have the honor of hearing from?
This is your brother, Dr. Salam.
Dr. Salam, the notorious, the one and only, the honorable Dr. Salam.
Stop, brother. Stop. Don't start. Don't start.
Your voice.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Lewis, Brother John, Brother Jay, and all the brothers on here. I got to say, brother, I was so even a little teary-eyed because I missed it. It was so beautiful to see the foundational pieces that was there. So many principles that I saw with the young people working and those slabs and just doing what they were doing. And you said something, Brother Mike, that really touched me, and that is we've gotten away from the dirt.
Yes.
We've gotten away from the earth, man. And we were always told, secure some earth that you can call your own. And it's the earth. And I just want to say, man, this is so beautiful. And Brother John had texted me earlier, and that's true. We got to save our people, but it's going to be done by the youth. It was in the 50s and the 60s that it was the youth that created the revolution and the black power movement during that era. It was youth. It was not old people. Okay? And right now, we are older, Brother John. I'm right behind you. I'm 64. And I got to tell you, brother, when folks see me moving, and I done met some young tenders, and the truth of the matter is,
you're not behind me, bro.
Who's six? Well, I mean, aren't you older than me?
Man, listen, man. Like the old people say, watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, I know, right? All right, hold on. Let me finish my point. Stop, brother. But the point I'm making is, when you are living these teachings, we marvel at seeing our minister where he is, but we are getting old as a nation, and we should really be younger as a nation.
Yes.
That's the key. The key is, what message are we delivering? Brother Lewis, may Allah continuously bless you, brother, for your vision, your insight, and your understanding of what is needed. Those young people's lives represent the future of our nation. And we got to get more. I'm excited about putting this piece in the paper. We have to get more of our youth engaged in the foundation of building. How do you build a nation outside of going to the ground?
Right.
You can't do it no other way. We can be all theological. We can be teaching this, teaching that. We've had every teacher since the beginning of time.
Yes.
And even then, we still in the condition, if not worse than we were with all these teachers.
Come on.
We had the master himself came.
Come on.
And he left a messenger.
Yes.
And they left us with a minister.
Yes.
And we with another M missed it. Because we got away from the foundation. Brothers, I am so excited about what I just witnessed. And I thank brother for recording it, because this is the thing. Let me say this, and I'm gonna let you go. We are living history.
Yes.
We have to record it.
Yeah.
When we are taught that we write our history in advance, what does that mean? This is what it means. Today is the tomorrow of yesterday. History is written daily. Today is going to be the history of next year. And 5 years from now, today is going to be history. So every day we're on a mission to write our history in advance. How do we want people to see us in the future? Is based on what we do today.
Come on,
Thank you, brother, so much for blessing my soul, for seeing what I saw, for hearing what I heard, and for feeling what I felt. This was so beautiful, brothers. I'm telling you, it was so beautiful. And I wish in my heart, I was like, man, how do we tap into this? I'm going to write this piece with passion.
Yes.
Inshallah. And I pray that those who read it will be moved to do something in their own community. I'm about to I'm ready to go build me a hut or something.
A hut? Listen, talk to me, brother.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Brother Lewis, let me get a little slap over this corner over here, because I'll build me a little hut, give me a little solar panel, brother. So
you hear me?
How could you not be inspired?
Thank you. Right. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir.
Brother Dr. Salam, you got a powerful book out, brother. Please share that book with us, brother.
Oh, okay. The book is entitled, thank you, Brother Michael. I don't be thinking about that sometimes. Igniting the Leader Within. Harnessing your divine power to create the life you desire. The book is intended for you to tap into your identity of divinity. That's what it's for. It really is to show you how divine you really are. I say igniting the leader within. There's only one leader, and that's God.
That's right, brother. The God within. Come on.
That's what it is. And thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share that. It will be on Amazon, inshallah, soon. I have to do my website over, and I have a new domain name. So give me a short period, and I'll make sure I give you the updated so people can go and purchase it if they like. But it's a game changer, and it comes with a workbook. So it's not just reading. You got to apply the principles in it in order for you to be transformed.
That's powerful, brother. And I saw your interview with our other brother. What's brother? We worked Final Call together.
Eric Toure.
Brother Toure, my brother, our good brother Toure. You know,
yeah.
I've been so blessed to work. You know, just a little backstory with Dr. Salam with Final Call. We've had some amazing time. You know, it's interesting today. I think they're commemorating the passing of brother Nabi, right? Today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
May Allah be pleased with our dear brother, you know, formerly known as Richard.
Yes, my brother. Yes, sir.
And tell our story and be a part of the greatest engine, the greatest newspaper that ever existed.
You better believe it. Yes, sir.
The Final Call newspaper, brother. So, it's such an honor, brother, to have you on. And maybe when you get your website up, you can come back on and just share, because it's right in the line of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we need
sir.
all these pieces together. And it's what we're talking about today. You know, it's the God within. We have to tap into this and celebrate. We you know, you think about it in the ranks, brother. If we would all just be supportive of the efforts of every believer that's doing something around the country, brother, every believer would go viral overnight. You know what I'm saying? We would talk about viral, not that we're trying to get likes and subscribes, but my point is that we would bring the kind of attention that Brother John was talking to that will help us to grow.
Yes.
The light shining on our produce, you know, the light shining on our produce, allowing that produce to germinate and grow and to become fruit for the masses, brother.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Salam, you know, it's always soothing to hear your cadence, brother, your voice and what you have to offer. And we appreciate that feedback today, brother. We're looking forward to building continuously, brother. you know, and so please, when you get this website back up or whatever information you want to get, just let us know. So, you know, I'm sure you'll be on intermittently, but come on and we can talk
I
about
will. Inshallah, yes, sir.
how this can help our people. Because
Mm-hmm.
I heard the snippet on that, you know, the interview with you and Brother Toure, you know, and it was good. And everything that you were saying was nourishment for our people. We got to get into these areas. So praise be to Allah. We look and let us know what we need to get you. We got the brothers on far as any information you need required far as the article goes. Thank you so much for giving us that.
Thank you so much, and thank you, brothers, for being consistent. I have to say, Minister Akbar, may Allah be pleased with my big brother and my mentor. He said, you know, black folks are quick to get things started, but consistency, forget it. And he would say that because we are people who, we are the most creative beings there is.
Yes.
But it's the unification of each other that keeps the fire burning. That's what makes us consistent. We have to stay close to one another and we'll keep going. We cannot deviate or get off course or separate. It's like the charcoals inside of a barbecue pit. If they glow, they're on fire and you can cook with them. But if one piece of charcoal gets by chance displaced and over to the right or left, away from the pile of the rest, it starts getting dull and gray and loses glow. But the moment that you put it back over with the rest, it gets its glow again. So it's that was necessary to keep the fire burning.
Facts.
Thank you.
Well spoken. There you have it, folks. The Honorable Dr. Salam has just laid it out there for us real quick and got us and shot some fire into us. And we appreciate you, brother, for that great wisdom.
Appreciate you too.
Black man. Before we close out, brother, I just want to give anybody any final thoughts. If anyone would like to have any final thoughts, Brother Lewis, of course, I know we want to hear something from you as you close out, brother. Any other things, but we're certainly looking at doing this again and again. I agree with you, Brother Lewis. We will not allow more than 3 months to get by where we meet in some form or some fashion or another. And it's something about being in each other's company. You know, the internet is fine, but it's just something about being in each other's company, looking each other into each other's eyes and shaking each other's hands and breaking bread together that really produces a much higher level of energy between us as brothers. But go ahead, Brother Lewis, and then we close out.
I just want to thank every one of the brothers that were on this call. You know, I want to thank Brother Jay so much for his creativity. Thank you, Brother Michael, Brother John. Thank you, nephew. Thank you, Dr. Salam. Thank you to the A-Team.
Yes.
And this, we're building a movement.
Yes.
A-Team.
Study the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's moves.
Yes.
Look deeper into not just what he said, but what he's done and how he done it, how he survived. Study Minister Farrakhan. Look deep at it. Now listen, we have an opportunity to create a new movement. A movement needs music.
Yes. Oh,
That's
yeah.
That I've been hearing it in my mind. We must first be brothers.
Yes.
Over and over again, chanting that in my mind. I've been listening to the song that Brother Jay and y'all put together. He didn't play that tonight. I thought he was going to play that.
Yeah, do you got it, Jay? Can you bring that up?
Pure fire. I can literally see it in my mind. The lyrics were so timely and so good. The beat was so good. Because what I'm trying and what I believe we're doing, we are the new movement. Yes. The movement is inward, not us protesting and having a lot of ugly stuff to say about others, but to develop, and you said it right, Brother Michael, to develop the God within.
Yes.
To show us civilized behavior. No one wants to steal from your brother.
That's right.
You steal from somebody who's given you everything.
That's right.
Even he came to give.
That's right.
He paid his own way. He's given. How do you jack a person who's given? You don't jack Muslims.
Oh.
Think about it. Why? We're creating a new movement. I can see the kind of songs that not just us on this call will be singing, but the masses of our people.
Yes.
We're changing the culture.
Yes.
We broke bread and ate together. Most of the brothers didn't even eat meat.
Right.
But Brother Vessel cooked such good whiting fish. I was just thinking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the whiting fish.
Yes.
And how we can bring the programs of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad back. Maybe next time we'll have bean pie.
Yes. Yes.
We got people change the culture, Brother Jay.
Yes.
Showing the legitimacy of the high civilization that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us, and Minister Farrakhan comforted us and reminded us that this program works.
Yes.
Nobody can say we were teaching hate to the young people.
That's right.
To the young people to love themselves, and as an extension of the love of themselves, build their community up.
That's right.
We can do it.
That's right.
A new song, new present ourselves as young men. That's the beauty. All young Black men. And then our sisters were there.
Yes.
My wife, Sister Monique came. Sister Amari came. Cruz came and brought her daughter. And they all were there cheering Black men on, not for playing football or basketball or soccer, but cheering us on as builders. Last point, Brother Michael. Before they introduced us to the church, before Islam as we know it today, Black women were singing the praises of the Black God in the person of the Black men. They were praising us. The latest praise was when we built Black Wall Street for Black women and Black children. That was the latest one. Our women love builders. They love men who don't make excuses. And it's a very pure love because it causes them to see us first as their brothers. See? When the sisters seen us out there building, they saw us first as their brothers. So before we can have a legitimate relationship, even with our sisters, Brother Michael, we first have to be seen as their brothers again.
Absolutely.
And so I'll stop there, but I want you brothers to know that I love y'all.
Love you too, brother. 100%.
Too.
Yes,
all of you, and I can't wait. We're gonna do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been able to cue that song up, Brother Jay. I got it. If you
the video, the match.
Oh,
the
you got a video? Oh,
yeah, the song is great, but to mesh it with the video, I think we do ourselves a disservice not to show some of the visuals so we can really paint it very vivid for the people.
Man. Yes, sir.
Let me see here.
Thank you, Brother Lewis.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Hey.
So we're going out on the song.
We came to correct it. Throw that dirt, throw that dirt. Young kings on the shovel, put in work. On that slab, on the block, brothers first, that's the wave, we don't stop. They got triple beam dreams, we put beams in the flow. Only bars we salute is the rebar in the pole. They gon' pride on the lick, we put plots of land to work. Same shovel that could dig a grave and put a seed in dirt. Go and scan for a check, catch a sentence with a structure. A learned sentence structure, young King B the instructor. Pop said the rose grew up out the concrete crack. We cut out the middleman and then grow it off the snap. Chasing fast money is the trap inside the trap. We charge fair for honest work, no charges on your back. 17 with a trial beat, 17 a trial, do the math. That's the difference between a record and a foul. Throw that dirt.
Throw that dirt.
Hey.
Throw that dirt.
Hey.
Throw that dirt.
Yeah.
That's the two. I got my boots on the ground.
Live. Do you have that other one, Brother Jay?
Let me pull it up. I can pull that up too. Yeah. Let me see.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me know if you'll get it. Let me see. Let me see. I think this is the one. Y'all seeing my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you hear it?
I can hear.
Is that one right there?
Oh, I can't hear the song.
I can hear you. I can hear the song.
Nobody can hear it?
No, sir. May have to play it off the phone. Let me see, Brother Micah.
How about now?
Yes, sir.
That's the one.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, let me. Okay.
Pure fire, that is.
For the brothers on the corner and the sun's still growing. We must first be brothers. Let's get the pouring. Yeah. 7 in the morning, young kings in the dirt. Older hands guiding them, teaching what the work is worth. The honorable taught.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it stopped. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play it through my speaker, I think, here. I'll just play it through this phone. Maybe we can pick it up this way. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
For the brothers on the corner and the sun's still growing. We must first be brothers. Let's get the pouring. 7 in the morning, young kings in the dirt. Older hands guiding them, teaching what the work is worth. The honorable taught us do for self, that's the proof. So we mix it, pour it, level it, and watch the proof. A boy said his name and his age on the camera. 17, learning trades instead of standing on the corner. Knowledge itself is the first brick we lay before the building, before the money. Learn who you are today. The minister said a nation rises on its unity. So the pastor and the brothers sharing duty in the community. If to talk the laws and the doing, not the talk. So we let the concrete speak while the dogs watch. We must first be brothers. From the front to the district. We gon' hold on. We must first be brothers. Shop honest, church pew solemn. Same conversation, how we solve our own problems. Buy back the block where our grandfather stood. Farmers market on the slab, fresh food in the hood. They say, what's the profit? I say, look at the youth. Standing next to doctors, pastors living proof. Every dollar circulating like blood through the body. The economics of respect. Everybody gets somebody. Old heads, poor wisdom, body, young men, post on. True generation, our foundation headed home. This ain't a moment, it's a movement in motion. Brotherhood at the core, discipline and devotion. We must first be brothers. to the district. We gon' hold on. We must first be brothers. Hey. They buried our districts. The seeds ain't graves. What they poured in the ground gonna rise in waves. Hey. We must first be brothers. First be brothers.
Bars. Hey, that's brought to you by none other than the Mighty J. Those bars he put together, he hit me up. He said, "Brother Mike, put this one in there. Put this one in there." I said, "Okay, let's go. Let's go. That's hot, boy. That's hot."
Let the whole A-Team and my wife listen to that. That's fire.
Fire.
That's fire.
Fire.
If we do a video and we put the minister in there and show him pouring concrete in it, it's over. It's a legit movement song. I know it's hot. That is hot.
Hot. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Thing we shall overcome for the rest of our lives.
Come on.
That song, as soon as I heard it, I was like, what? He did this? I said, it's just me. I'm going to let the A-Team, they're young. I'm going to let all of them listen. Every one of them said, that's fire there, Dad. That's what they said.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how long it took you to write it, but that didn't come out of your head. That came out of your heart. I don't know how to do that stuff that y'all do, but I do to where if I hear something, I'll know if this will touch somebody's soul or heart.
Me too, brother. Me too. Me too. We did that thing in a few different versions. Brother Jay sent it to me. We was hashing it out before we even put them in our little chat group, you know. And he sent me them bars. I said, these are bars. I knew right off the top them was some bars, but we had a few different versions of it, man. And it was that last one he played on the video and this one. Those two resonated the most with us. But I agree that we landed on this one actually in the notes. We ended up landing on this one. But yeah, brother, it's an anthem. That's what you call it. It's an anthem, you know. And you're right. It's just like the minister told about Mao Zedong and the cultural rep. His wife led that cultural revolution. That's how we grow. We have to change the whole culture of music and art, everything. And with technology, like I don't have to listen to no mess nowadays. You know, if I want to hear a dope song, I got some dope tracks, brother. Y'all may not like the tracks yet, but some of these tracks I ride around with nephew. I got joints. You know, we must first be brother. Word is bond. The lyrics has the message, so it just massage my brain, and I'm in a higher frequency when I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? And so
our people,
that's what we need. You know,
if our people saw brothers pouring concrete with pictures, the minister said this or that, and you put that. Our people, see, it ain't just that we're telling the truth. The truth has to be believable.
Yes.
Because belief is the most powerful force.
Yes.
Think about that.
Yeah.
But our people believe in falsehood.
Yeah.
They got people following them because they believe in it.
Mm.
That ain't just the truth that you and Jay got there. If you put that behind them pouring that concrete and the minister talking like that, it's not only truth, it's believable truth.
Yeah.
So that's like a bomb inside of somebody's mind to say, why are you doing this? We could be building up our own community. But you need music to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the part that skilled tradesmen need something that beckons them into a mission.
Yes,
we
sir.
help the minister. with a vision, a more than a vision-like experience. And what we demonstrated last week is the critical part that he needs. I want that to come out right. I don't want it to sound disrespectful, but there's a component to the building of a nation that has to come forth now. That's what me and Dr. were talking about in my last conversation with her.
Yes.
Point 5.
Yes.
Atonement.
Yes.
5th step, where we have to do something.
Do something. Active contrition. Yes.
You have to rally them around something.
Yes.
And Jay put this documentation together.
Yes.
And showing it in the right spirit, in the right light. Our little brothers are not criminals, Brother Michael.
That's right, brother.
They're dysfunctional.
Yes.
That means that we have to be able to put the components, put them together, and let people see them. Now, I'll stop after this. I've been receiving calls from rather big contractors that were clapping. Caucasians. A Caucasian called me and told me skills pay the bills. I never said that to Caucasian, but it's, you know, they were happy. So everybody is not booing us.
No.
Are people that are happy to see young Black men involved in skilled trades.
Yes. Yes.
We got something here, so let's keep
going. Keep pushing, brothers. With the help of this brotherhood, we're gonna keep driving. We're not short of no ideas to keep it moving. And I want to say this, Brother Lewis, the messenger told us. He said that when we show that we're on our square, some of them will come out and help us. They see us on the square. It's interesting because that's what you need is a square to make measurements to build any foundation. That's what the whole principle of masonry is about. It's about building. And so when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, when the Masons saw us on our square, he said someone will come up and give us resources, give us the keys to their brand new sport cars, and they will come and help us. See, so it's not a surprise when you know that's what will start to happen. We have to show we on our square, and as we do that, the world will come to help the Black man. They got to come help the Black man. They got to come because we're gonna summon everybody to help us to build a new reality for the whole of humanity ultimately. But it starts right here in this little spot called North America, and it starts with these brothers over here that's coming up from every different angle, from the DMV to the Midwest, to the dirty, to the South, however you want to call it, brother. We up in here. So this has been a wonderful moment, brother, and a beautiful review. Brother Jay, did you want to say something before we close down? I thought, anybody else want to say anything? I just want to close this out. Anybody?
I don't have anything else to say. I just want to again say thank you, brothers, for everything. That's about it.
Thank you, brothers. So, brothers, until next time, we're gonna keep building. I'm sure we're gonna be in touch all week, every day. So inshallah, we're gonna keep building. But thank you. May Allah bless you, brothers. May He bless us with a good night's rest, early morning's rise, and His divine protection and guidance and success in every way that our hearts desire and need. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum.